Another great in-state game, rival game. We played well coming out of the gates, hit shots, executed, and were able to take a good lead off of our defense at the half. And we missed a couple of shots. I thought we were going to blow it open in that time frame. We didn't do it. And came out the second half. They were able to get some easy baskets. And we're able to get the ball inside of Fazell. He had a nice half, but we took the double team off of him in the second half. We wanted to see if he could beat us. And he had 17 and 12, but we didn't think if we shut out Cuxhausen, which Heath helped us because he didn't play him but 21 minutes, but he's a guy that can hit 8 or 10 threes. He's done it already this year. And I felt like Cedric Russell did a nice job on him, taking him out early. Game got interesting in the second half. We're in foul trouble again. We get, I think, 7 offensive fouls to make the turnover column go to 17. And that's too many. We certainly need to be careful there. But we were able to keep the lead. And as poorly as we played, we missed free throws. We didn't defend. And got to a 2-point game, I believe. Devin Butts hit a big shot to make a 3 that made it 5. And we were able to continue to be a 2-possession game the rest of the way. And then we started making free throws. The worst free throw game we probably had in, Jay said, 4 or 5 years, but it's been a long time. We got 2 excellent shooters, 80% shooters that go 0 for 8. So that's not going to help the cause. But we made the plays. We hit the shots when we needed to down the stretch to pull out a win in a hard-fought game.
Coach, obviously every team's always going to make a run of some sort. But in this case, like when it got down to 2, who player-wise, who's the leadership person there? Is it Cedric that just kind of gets everybody back on track and figures out how to help answer the run in addition to whatever you're doing?
Usually Brian was out for part of that run that they made, and he's our half-court initiator. Again, he's 0 for 1 tonight, but what he had, 7 assists, 1 turnover, the second game in a row. He does a really good job in the half-court. So Cedric's the guy that can score. Yes, we know that he can make shots, and I thought Isaiah Richards hit a couple of big baskets for us down there. And Dew finally hit a 3-point shot. He struggled all year. He stayed true to his form, got an open catch-and-shoot 3. I'd gotten on to him earlier in the game because he could have thrown it inside to Theo, and he shot it, but he jumped up and hit a big one. But yeah, Cedric's the leader in that situation. And Cedric did a great job defensively as well for not practicing the last 2 days. He has a major turf toe that on the offensive foul at the end of the New Orleans game, he got called for a charge and stubbed his toe, and he couldn't walk the next day. So he gave a gutsy performance. I'm sure he'll be sore tomorrow.
Talk about Isaiah Richards' progress. I mean, this is a big guy as a freshman, and he took a step back and knocked down a mid-range jumper. I mean, I was like, whoa. I mean, he had a critical 6-point stretch there where he scored 3 straight buckets, and that was really the thing that gave y'all that last little surge there.
Yeah, got a dunk for sure. Theo was not at his best tonight and was in foul trouble again. He had a couple the first half. He scored a bucket, slid off the guy. They called that for an offensive foul. There's one of your 7 offensive turnovers. Took points off the board. But Zay came in, did a nice job. He's practiced hard. He's had another game where he hit a jumper, perimeter jumper also. But he gave us a huge lift tonight. And he's very capable. The official came over one time, and on Theo's 5th foul, I think he said it was closer. And I said, there are 3 good big men in this game tonight, and it makes it difficult to officiate.
But as far as his personality, I mean, he seems very aggressive. And he sounds like, and listen to Cedric talk about him and Isaiah talk about him, he seems like a more aggressive personality than a lot of freshmen would. How has that helped?
Yeah, being from Brooklyn, being a prep school guy, playing a great league up at Springfield Commonwealth, and has a lot of experience. So he is a guy that's aggressive and ready to play. And I think Ty Harper's another guy that you'll see will come in and be aggressive when we get him back in there.
Tell us about him.
Well, he practiced 2 days and was able to play a little bit tonight. He's learning the offense and certain plays that he does understand. We'd like to play him at the 1 some. We played him at the 2, but he's a very good creator. He made a nice move to get to the paint today, just left the guy standing on a fake with the ball. And he would have probably windmilled that one at the end of the game if we hadn't told him to hold it. So, but he's going to be a good player for us, and he'll be aggressive like Isaiah. It's just in their mentality. They're good basketball players, and they want to come and produce.
Coach, when they cut it down to 2 there in the second half, about midway through the second half, what did you tell the guys? And what did you do to kind of help reset them and let them know that this was kind of getting away from them, that they had to kind of step up?
Well, when I got in the huddle on one of those, Isaiah was barking at the teammates. He had 4 guys barking at him. So you're talking about being aggressive. Somebody had said something to him. He didn't think it was right on the defensive end. So he was going to argue with everybody. So I had to calm that down. But just settle in and continue to play defense. And the shots are going to come. But let's just continue to do what we're doing. One thing that did hurt us in that stretch was when Theo got his 3rd or 4th foul on an offensive call at half court. I didn't think was a foul. I called timeout, and being 3 coaches short on the bench, I missed that Jacoby Gordon had called timeout to start the second half. When players call them, I always forget. I know how many I have in my pocket. So we were out of timeouts early in the second half, and that could have been a problem.
Was that all COVID, Coach?
Yeah, we've got some guys in protocol. A couple of guys have tested, so we held them out.
Coach, obviously you're on a roll record-wise with the wins, but there's also stuff still to clean up. So what are your feelings about this long of a layoff and then jumping right back into conference play on the 1st?
I don't understand. You guys have said this a couple of times about a layoff. Maybe we play after Christmas some. We've opened up maybe the 28th or 30th. But the NCAA has a rule. You have to send the kids have to be off. So for 5 days, our guys are leaving in the morning. They'll be back on the 26th. We'll test on the 27th, and we'll have 5 days to prepare for conference. I think it's perfect. And we need to rest, get ready to play. We need to come back focused and try to get better, because we've got a group that can compete for the conference championship. I said that earlier. We can get Ty working in a little bit and clean up some offensive things. Defensively, I think we're playing hard. We're still rebounding the ball well. Dew had a great game tonight on the glass. So we're just going to try to get better when we come back.
Would you say, it seemed like of all the games I've seen, and I didn't see the Baylor game, obviously, and that's a different kind of a game. Was this your worst defensive effort for 40 minutes? And is that just something you have to credit McNeese for, or what do you think of that?
Was our worst what, Kevin? I'm sorry.
Was it your worst defensive game that y'all have had
tonight?
In this home stretch here, or no?
Tonight? No, I thought our defense was outstanding in the first half. They shoot 36% for the game. This team's very explosive from 3-point range, and they're shooting 42% as a team. And we give them, 2 for 15? I thought we played well defensively. We gave up some 2s around the basket, but I was proud of our defense. We played hard. That's what pulled it through for us. And McNeese has a nice team too, guys. They're Coach Shorter's done a good job. They are versatile like us. They've got a couple of bigs that can play. And fortunately, we took Cuxhausen out tonight, but they can go big. They can go small. And as Tim said earlier, they had a nice run. You knew they were going to come back at some point. And I think they'll do very well in the Southland Conference.
Do you feel like defense was the biggest key to the reason why y'all were able to jump out to such a big lead in the first half?
Yeah, well, it was scored 24-5. So it was a combination of both. I think we were making shots. We executed. And then because of making shots, I think our defense was even stronger. The defense is in front of us the first half. And we were aggressive coaching each possession with it right there in front of us. And they had a couple of easy ones they missed. Fizell missed a dunk. They had some easy plays that they missed. And but I thought it was a great first half. And we challenged the guys the second half. I gave them a goal to give them 32, and we give them 47. So not close. But coaches have to have something to worry about over the break, right? It's never right. So we got a long way to go, guys. But I like this team.